Awesome, great. So today I'm going to show you how to replace the laminate on the machine if it's out. All right. And it's been a while since I've done it, so I'll probably have some hiccups. All right. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have all the equipment that you need to make this run as smoothly as possible. What you need is a drill that has a 3/8 hex fitting. And the reason why you need this is because in order to take out the backing that was on here from the old laminate, we actually are going to roll it back on to the inner tube. All right, so in order to do that, you want to get some tape. So other equipment you'll need is tape, and you'll also need a screwdriver. I'll show you what the screwdriver is for in a little bit. All right, so it doesn't need to look super pretty. We're just trying to make our trash can look a lot better versus filling up 3 of them. All right. So we're just putting this guy on. Just, notice I'm not using the impact driver, I'm using the drill. We don't want to hurt our laminator by using the impact driver. All right, so I just have it on the drill setting. If you're just starting this for the first time, you can go on a low setting just to see what it feels like, and then you can speed it up once you feel more comfortable. Overall, you don't need it to go too fast. And another item you want to do is undo the rubber
belt
ring. I guess we call this a ring. What this does is it makes sure that these go at the same rate. We actually don't want them to go at the same rate. We want them to go at the rate in which the inner cardboard tube will go. So if you forget this, you'll know really quickly, just because it won't go as smooth. So in order to do this, you want to pull out this top part here. Let's see. I guess there's a couple ways to do it. You can pull out this back part too. There we go. All right. Undo this. And put it back. All right. Okay. Now you're just going to put the drill on actually righty-tighty so that going clockwise. As you can see, we're going to go ahead and get this backing off, so you want to go clockwise here. All right, so let's put this on. And you just drill. Otherwise, we'd had very sore forearms. All right. Which we did for a long time before we figured that out. So. Okay. So sometimes you can save the backing if you feel like you need it for anything else. It makes really good floor cover if we're about to do a paint job, or if we have one of these already in the back, don't save it. We can just toss it. But if we ever need to, that's something we could think about. It's good to reuse when we can. You could also reuse it for shipping, packing fillers as well.
Right.
Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm just gonna tape it closed.
It's also this, right? It's also, if this is the same
It
stuff.
It is, yeah. So this backing right here that we use is also that laminate. So if you feel like this needs to be replaced, you can go, it might be easy just to use this while it's already here, just to roll it again. But if it doesn't need to be replaced, these are also really easy to replace. We have a lot of it back here.
Yeah,
in
like in the
roll,
corner
so,
there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Great, okay. All right, now, so what you're gonna do now is you're gonna go ahead and use that screwdriver, and in order for the roll to be controlled with the electronics of the laminator, it has a little placeholder here. It's a ring that is held in with a screw. All right, so you unscrew that, pull that out, and just make sure you don't lose any parts and pieces. This guy out. All right,
Okay.
so that's there. Another tool that would be helpful is a flathead screwdriver. So what you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you don't lose the insert here. We have some backups, but we only have so many and they do cost money. So it's very easy to just, toss this and forget this part, but we actually need to take this
Take that
off.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
And that doesn't just come off.
It doesn't come off very easily.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it keeps it pretty snug there. All right. Let's see. So the wider the flathead you have, the better. Thank you. Because this plastic part can also break. It's not very flexible. It's a little bit on the brittle side. All right, there you go. Pops off. All right, you can see this one broke here. Yeah, so you just want to be gentle. Yeah, try to be gentle, not to use too much force, and also be careful when you're using the screwdriver. If you put too much force in this direction, you slip, you could hit yourself. So just be careful of that. You can place your hand underneath on the roll instead of on the top to prevent that from happening. All right, so we got that off. Now this is ready to be disposed or to be repurposed. All right, as tempting as it may be, please remember to put the tools back where they belong and don't just leave them at your station because someone else might be looking for it too. So,
Okay.
yeah, thank you. All right, so at this state, we are ready to put the new roll on. So just kind of cleaning up some old things here. Okay, all right, so we got, thank you, Brian. Got the new material. All right, and first thing I like to do is kind of find the roll here. So I usually like to just kind of think about how this will lay on, just so that we're putting it on in a way that makes sense. So this whole roll is going to go on the metal pole, and it's going to have the purple inserts. Right? And as it's coming off this roll, it's going to go underneath this roll here that will push the actual material that you're trying to laminate. So that's what this part does, right?
Right.
So it's at this point that the laminate needs to be pulled off from the backing in order to go onto that roll. So sorry, I went this way, but the reason why I like to do this is because it reminds me how to reinstall it. So you're going to take the laminate's going to come off this, I guess we call it the reserve roll or the main roll, and then the backing's going to actually go onto here, and as it separates, it's going to go onto the material here, this way. Yeah. So that's why this area is always going to be a little sticky with the adhesive kind of facing up. Okay, great. So once I kind of go through that logic, then I put it on, so I won't accidentally put on the wrong roll or anything. First, I make it make sense in my head. All so by doing that, I also know which direction to have it facing. So I need to have the sticky part or the adhesive part facing up. So that I can go onto the material the right way. Okay. Okay. And you can always, run it in your head again just to make sure before you, run all the way through. But if you did it wrong, you could always backtrack. It's not the worst thing in the world. So once you're here, this part's a little tricky, but you just gotta get used to it. You're gonna go ahead and put the metal pole back through, and you have to make sure you hit, get the other side as well. There's no real easy